Hello my friends, hello again. I am Kyle, and here on my channel, Pensando Inglés, I bring you real English that you can understand. Real English that you can understand. And today I'm going to talk about something that I'm excited about. I really want to do a good job with this because it's important, I think. It's very important. And that is, I'm going to talk about why I want to and how I am going to teach my son Spanish. Okay, let's start with why. Why do I want to teach my son to speak Spanish? Well, there are several reasons. And the first reason that I want to teach my son to speak Spanish is because Spanish is such a huge part of my life, okay? It's a part of my life that is very special to me, near and dear to my heart. It is something that I love, and it is something that has improved my life in so many different ways that I want to be able to share it with my son. I want to be able to speak Spanish with him. I want to be able to watch cool shows and movies with him. I want to be able to go to events in Spanish with him. I want to be able to travel to Spanish-speaking places with him. I want to be able to go and eat awesome Spanish food in places where they speak Spanish. And I want him to be able to really enjoy these things with me as he grows older and older and not need me to translate for him. I want him to be able to have first-hand experiences of these different cultures. And because it's so important to me, I want to share that with my son. Next reason is because languages make you more interesting. They make you a more interesting person. So, my son is 8 years old right now, okay? He is 8. So, imagine if he can speak fluent Spanish by the time he is 12, he will be such a cool little 12-year-old. I wish that I could speak a different language when I was 12. He will have so many more opportunities for friendships, experiences, relationships, entertainment, and in the future, jobs. Also, knowing another language is something that will give him confidence and something awesome about himself that he can be proud of. Because, like I said in my video about confidence, learning things, having interesting things to talk about, make you a more confident person, and I want that for my son. And the last reason that I'm going to talk about for why I want to teach my son Spanish is because we will probably be spending a lot of time in the future in Colombia, okay? It is very likely that we will be traveling there at least once a year for the future because I married a Colombian woman, okay? I married a Colombian woman, and of course we're going to want to visit her family, maybe spend some time over there. So when I go with my wife to Colombia, I want my son to come with, of course, because we are a family. And I do not want him to be there and not understand what people are saying and feel like he's left out of the conversations or the fun things we're doing. He doesn't understand the jokes. Everybody else will be laughing, ha ha ha, and he'll just be sitting there bored. I don't want that. When we travel one day to Colombia, I want my son to be able to interact with the people, with my wife's family, make friends. And this is another thing that I think will be an incredible experience for my son. If he has these experiences while he's young, he will grow into a well-rounded, cultured, open-minded individual. And that's what I want for my boy. Okay, so what is my plan to do it? How do I plan on teaching my son Spanish? So, I am lucky. My wife speaks Spanish. I speak with her all the time. My son hears us speaking Spanish all the time, so he picks up little pieces, okay? And as he starts to build a base, he's gonna pick up and understand more and more. So he's gonna have input coming all the time, all right? So that is one advantage that we have. The specific strategies that I am going to use to personally teach him are the following. So I bought these Spanish flashcards. Okay, this is a flashcard. On one side it says Spanish and it shows the picture. On the other side it says English. And these that I bought, there are 56 of them. So that's 56 words, and they are very common words. So this is going to really start building his base. And after I finish telling you guys my reasons and how I plan on doing this, I'm going to show you my son and I practicing these flashcards for the first time. So I think these are going to be a fun way for him to really start to build a vocabulary of very useful things like zapatos, jugo, leche, okay? These are the very basic words that he is going to need to know to start building a base in Spanish. Also, I am going to look into fun applications and games for him. Maybe you heard him, he's in the other room playing a game right now in Spanish, okay? It's a game on his virtual reality headset. I hear him right now. And it sounds like he's having fun, so that's great. That means he's picking up a little bit of the language and he's enjoying himself. So I'm gonna let him play on his headset, have some fun that way, pick up a little bit of Spanish, and I'm also going to look into other applications on my phone that may be fun for him, fun ways to start building a vocabulary and understanding a little bit how the language works. And after he's got a solid base with a good vocabulary, he starts to know a lot of words for the things that he's seeing. We'll start watching cartoons, start watching movies that he has already seen in English, Disney movies and things like that. We'll start watching them together in Spanish, and this will be comprehensible input. We're gonna work on these flashcards. I'm gonna let him play fun games in Spanish on his headset, on my phone, and then we're gonna work on comprehensible input. And by that I mean watching cartoons, shows he already likes but in Spanish, and movies that he has already seen but in Spanish. And like I said, my wife and I will always be speaking Spanish, so he's gonna hear a lot of that, which will be a huge advantage for him. And I've also told my wife that I want her to start speaking to him more and more, because he really tries his best to understand her because he loves her so much. So that's great. Okay guys, I've told you the reasons why I want my son to learn Spanish. I told you my plan for how I'm gonna do it. Now let's see how my son does with these flashcards. Alright guys, so we're gonna start to build my son Connor's vocabulary with some English and Spanish flashcards. But first, he has a little something that he wants to show you guys. You could go up to the camera and show him.
I made a little robot out of clay. He's so cute.
Alright buddy, come on.
Subscribe if you think the little robot's cute. And comment hit cute robot if you like him.
Okay, put your robot down, buddy. Okay guys, so I bought these flashcards that are in English and in Spanish to start building Connor's vocabulary in Spanish. These are really cool. In the pack that I bought, there's 56 different flashcards. There's 56 different flashcards, so that means there's 56 different words that he can learn in Spanish. But for today, for the first lesson, for our first time practicing these, I picked out 12 everyday, very common words so that we can start to build his vocabulary with words he will need to know. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
¿Estás listo?
¿Está listo?
Say, estoy listo.
Estoy listo.
Casa. Say, la casa.
La casa?
So what does that mean?
House.
It means house. Very good. So in Spanish, we don't say house, we say
La casa.
la casa. Say it one more time.
La casa.
La casa. Very good. Next word. La bicicleta. Can you say la bicicleta?
La bicicleta.
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 La bicicleta.
La bicicleta.
Very good. And what does la bicicleta mean?
Bicycle.
Bicicleta means bicycle. Very good,
Yay!
Khan. Very good. Can you say it one more time?
La bicicleta.
La bicicleta.
La bicicleta.
Cleta.
Cleta.
Very good, my boy. El carro.
El carro.
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 Carro. El carro.
El carro.
And what does el carro mean?
Car. It means the vroom vroom vehicle car.
El carro means car in English. Can you say el agua?
El agua.
El agua. And what does el agua mean?
Water. It's a thing that you drink. Because if you
Water
don't
is
stop
something that
drinking it,
you
you'll
drink.
die.
Goo, 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 goo. And Connor says if you do not drink, goo, 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 goo.
Hey, I want to do this. If you do not drink that agua, you will go.
If you do not drink water, you will die.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Water, agua. Can you say el niño?
El niño.
El niño. Niño.
El niño.
Okay, you see this little letter here that looks like an N with a squiggly thing on top?
Uh-huh.
Enye. That's called an enye, okay?
Okay.
And it's kind of like N, but it makes it sound enye. Yeah. Okay? So when you see this, it's not Nino, it's niño.
Niño.
El niño.
El niño.
And what does el niño mean?
Boy.
So you are a niño. Or boy, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, next. Can you say la niña?
La niña.
And what do you think la niña means?
Girl. Girl. Girl.
Girl. Connor, ¿eres una niña? ¿Tú eres una niña?
No, I'm not a girl.
What are you?
A boy. I'm an El Niño.
Smarty boy, smart boy. Okay, next. Can you say el perro?
El perro.
Very good. And what does el perro mean?
Doggy.
Doggy or dog. El
If I had a
perro.
dog, he would just be, I'm all lonely. And I only got my neighbor next door. That's just really mean to me.
So without dogs, we will be lonely. Tener soledad. We'll be lonely. Sin perros or without dogs. Say perro.
Perro. Doggy.
Can you say this?
El gato.
El gato. And what is un gato? ¿Qué es un gato?
Kitty.
Or?
Cat.
Cat. Gato is cat. But sometimes we call cats what?
Kitties.
Kitties. Okay? It's like a cute, informal, lindo way to say cat. Okay? So el gato means cat or
Kitty.
kitty. Okay. Next. Connor, can you read this?
El pan.
Okay, but in Spanish, the A is not like a, it's like ah. So
El
el,
pan.
my
And it
boy.
stands for bread.
El pan means what?
Bread.
Bread. Pan. Connor? Tú, look at me. Tú, te gusta comer?
You can use
Pan?
it for making sandwiches.
Pero tú, te gusta? Te gusta?
I kind of like bread.
Oh, very good. Te gusta pan. Okay. Interesting. We're going to go through them one more time, and I want you to look at the picture and read what it says, okay?
Oh boy, only the Spanish side,
Only
right?
the Spanish side.
We'll go through this quick.
We're going to go through quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Oops.
Los sapos.
Los zapatos.
Los zapatos. El jugo.
El jugo.
La leche.
La leche.
El pan. El pan.
Remember I said A makes A in
El
Spanish?
pan.
El pan. Very good.
El gato.
El gato.
El perro.
El perro.
La niña.
La niña.
El niño.
El niño.
El agua.
El agua.
El carro.
El carro.
La bicicleta.
La bicicleta. Very good.
La casa.
La casa. Y
El libro.
el libro. Connor, you just did so good on your first training lesson, in your first lesson with the flashcards. Tell them bye.
Bye.
In Spanish.
Adios.